All right. Hello, everybody. Good morning. This happens live every Wednesday on YouTube. This is Mindful Movement with Chris, but you can always catch the replays. We do love you watching our replays. And the premise of this class is to take you through movements that keep your joints happy. We want your joints to be able to move, have full range of motion. If you can't do that and you're adding extra pressure and hard workouts on top of limited ranges of motion, you're going to work yourself up to an injury. So this is to help you prevent injury. I want you to take these moves we're doing today, find the ones that feel good to you, find the ones that open up those stiff joints, and incorporate them into your daily routine. This training comes, I'm a muscle activation technique specialist, and this comes coupled with what I do with muscle activation techniques, because what we're going to do is activate muscles. We're not stretching muscles, we're activating muscles that have gone inhibited or are not coming to the party quick enough. So we're going to do full body today. Let's start in a seated position. So go ahead and get seated here. And what I want you to do is once you're seated in this comfortable position, I want you to switch your legs. You went into default mode. Let's challenge the body a little. And this might not be quite as comfortable to you, but we're going to make it move. All right. So from here, let's just think of this hip joint right here, these hip flexors. If you're seated a lot during the day, you're like this. Let's make some movement through those hip flexors. So go ahead and lean back, round, goes to the side, go forward, to the side, go back. Let those muscles move in different directions. They're not used to doing this, okay? Now, let's switch up that range. Switch it up, circle the other way. Circle the other way. So we're rolling on top of these sits bones. You don't necessarily want the sits bones to come off the floor because we're working it right at this hip crease. So try to keep your bum on the floor, and let's do this. Now let's go back to that default mode. Let's do the same thing. So go ahead, sit right on top of those sits bones. If you have to move some padding away, move padding away, but get up tall and just sit here. And then I want you to circle through the hips. Feel that through the back side of the hips. Yeah. Go ahead and circle. One more this way. And let's circle back. All right. See if you can pick up some range here. Yeah. Okay, let's go to the neck. We're just going to move the neck. We're not going to yank on the neck. We're not going to pull on the neck, but we're going to see where it can move and just let it move where it can go right now. So what I want you to do is I want you to take your left ear and drop it to your left shoulder. Take your ear to your shoulder and just go where it can go. Now, instead of pulling this, I want you to place your hand on the left side of your temple, and I want you to push your head into your hand. Push it into your hand. All right, and come back up. Now drop that left ear over there, and let's give it a little push. Push, push, push. Keep breathing while you push. Nice. Come on back up. Let's do that to the other side. Drop the right ear towards the right shoulder. Take your hand, put it up against your temple, and push your head into your hand. Push. Feel this loosen up as you push. Push. Let that left shoulder just hang. Got a frog in my throat today. Sorry, guys. It's prime allergy season where I'm at. Okay, drop this over. Put your hand against your temple and push. And let the stuff on the right side loosen up because this left side's the right side's contracting, the left side's loosening up because it knows it has muscle power over here. All right, that's good. So now just go side to side, side to side. All right, a lot of the tension in our neck stems from our shoulders. So we're going to actively work the rotator cuff. We're going to coordinate the rotator cuff muscles. You've probably heard about the rotator cuff And it's a series of 4 muscles that all work together. So we're going to get them working together. So I want you to do what we call a golfer's grip. Your palms are open. You're going to take the tips of your fingers and fold them in. So you still have open palms, all right? Your thumbs are pointed out. And I want you to reach your arms as far apart from each other as you can. Now your palms are facing down, your thumbs are facing forward, and I want you to circle the direction your thumbs are facing, are pointing. So circle, circle, circle. Reach those arms as wide as you can. Now, by holding this golfer's grip, we're taking the tension out of the forearms and we're shooting it right up to the shoulder girdle here, all the way around the shoulder. So keep circling. You can do this up to 40, work up to 40, 50 times each direction, and then just take it down. All right. This is a great thing to do while you're walking if you've got enough space wherever you're walking. So go ahead, get your palms open, fold those fingertips in, push the thumbs out. Now the palms are up. Our thumbs are facing behind us. So you're going to circle back, reaching those arms as wide as you can. And we're getting another set of rotator cuff muscles involved in this. They're all working together. Yes. Keep circling, keep reaching. Don't forget to reach. Keep reaching, keep reaching, keep reaching, keep reaching, and drop it down. Good job. So now just roll your shoulders around. They should be loose. We're going to see how our shoulder blades are working right now. So if your shoulder blades on your back body are not able to move up and down, around your rib cage, back towards your spine, then you're going to get an impingement right here. And that's probably why your arm gets stuck, if you have a stuck arm. So let's keep in mind what we're doing with the shoulder blades. All right. So push your hands forward in front of you. Now I want you to reach your hands farther in front of you, and you're actually pulling your shoulder blades around your rib cage towards your front body. Yeah. Now let's bring those shoulders back. So our arms are shoulder height. Bring those shoulders back, and I'm going to turn sideways here. Bring the shoulders back and try to squeeze your shoulder blades together. Squeeze them together. Squeeze them together. Now push your shoulders forward. Bring those shoulder blades around. They glide around the rib cage. Yes, they do. And then squeeze your shoulder blades back together. Squeeze them together. Right towards that spine. Yes. All right. Now let's go with up and down. Let's do it individually. So you can see if you've got an impingement on one side or the other. Take your right shoulder and just lift it up. Squeeze it up towards your ear. Your shoulder blade should be moving up your back body. Now I want you to think of that shoulder blade, and I want you to push it down into, say, a back pocket. Pretend like you got a back pocket back there. Push that shoulder blade down into that back pocket. Good job. Now squeeze that shoulder blade. Think of the shoulder blade, not necessarily this joint right here. Move that shoulder blade up your back body. Now push that shoulder blade down into your back pocket. All right, let's do the other side. Could be different on this side. That's why I like to take it apart and do one side than the other. So squeeze your shoulder up, 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 up. And remember, we're not talking about this part of your shoulder. We're talking about the shoulder blade. Push your shoulder blade back into your back body. This is mindful movement. You've got to put your mind where we're working. So picture that shoulder blade gliding up your back body. Glide up, glide up, glide up. Nice. Push it down into your back pocket. Push it down, push it down. All right, now just do some shoulder rolls. And while you're doing these shoulder rolls, you can think about your shoulder blades moving. So it's not always just right here, okay? So now we've got those shoulders nice and loosened up. We're going to work on rotating our rib cage a little bit. So what I want you to do is I want you to sit with your left leg crossed in front of you, and you're going to bring your right leg behind you. So we're like this. I want you to get up as tall as you can in your spine. You might feel a little stretch right here through the left side body. Put your hands across your chest. And from here, I want you to rotate your rib cage towards this left leg. So the right side of the rib cage here is going to move over towards the left leg right here. So move that rib cage. So now where's our mind? Our mind is in that rib cage. We're moving the rib cage. We're not moving the shoulders. They're going along for the ride. The head's going along for the ride. Now, once you're as far as you can go, I want you to take your hands and place them on the outside of that left leg. Keep that rib cage engaged. You might be able to twist it a little bit more now that we're down in this position. Keep that rib cage going towards that left leg and walk your hands out. Walk them out. Now, drop your elbows down to the floor and bring them back up. So all I want you to think about right now is the right side of that rib cage coming towards your left leg. And keep breathing. We're extending our arms and we're flexing our arms to the floor. Extend and bend. Go ahead, keep moving your arms. So where's your mind? Your mind is in that rib cage. We're getting a nice torso twist. We're wringing out the spine. Let's go ahead and switch legs. So bring it over to the other side. And while we're doing this, we've got internal rotation of our left leg and external rotation of our right, which is giving us rotation in our hips as well. But I want you to be mindful of where this left rib cage goes. It's going over towards the right leg. Nice. Might not go as far on this side. You might feel more tension. That's okay. Go where you can go. Walk your hands out. Walk them out. Keep walking. Now, once you're as far as you can go and keeping the integrity of this rib cage, I want you to bend your elbows to the floor and then straighten your arms. Bend your elbows to the floor. Now, our mind is still in that rib cage. Our mind is having that rib cage, left side of the rib cage, going towards the right thigh. Go ahead and bend and extend. Good job. All right, let's go to hands and knees, and we're going to work the spine. We've got a little rotation going in the spine. We're going to keep that up, but first let's do some flexion and extension. As we sleep at night, all the liquid through our spine kind of gets moved to one side or the other, and it's always important to go ahead and get that fluid flowing through your body. So what I want you to do is I want you to get on hands and knees in a quadruped position. Your hands are directly under your shoulders. Your knees are directly under your hips. You can have your toes curled or you can have them flat. For this, I prefer to have them flat because we're going to shoot back to our hips. So what I want you to do is I want you to drop your chin to your chest. And as you drop your chin to your chest, I want you to pull your navel up through your spine. Pull your navel towards the ceiling and get a nice rounded back. Really round that spine. Open up the vertebrae. Pull the navel in tight. That's going to allow the low back to round. Pull it in, but don't hold your breath. Now let's just let it drop. Lift your chin gently. Lift it up and let your belly drop. So when we're in this position, my neck is curved up and my pelvis is tilted, so I've got a curve in my low back. We want to have our low back and our neck always going in the same direction whenever you're moving. So keep that in mind. Let's go back to pulling our navel into our spine. Pull it up, pull it up, pull it up. Nice job. Keep it rounded. Keep it rounded. Now keep it rounded here. Flatten your feet. Push your hips back towards your heels. Push it back. Keep that roundness. Once you're back to where you can go, I want you to drop your elbows to the floor. I want you to lift your chin. Let your belly plop down. And then slide your chest through your hands and come back up in a mini cobra. Nice. Let's do that again. So let's get all that wonderful movement in there. So pull your navel into your spine, bring your chin to your chest, push, push, push your hips back to your heels, push them. Drop your elbows to the floor, lift your chin, let your back relax, slide your chest up through your hands. All right. So this next move, we're going to go back to the rotation. We rotated our rib cage, internally rotating our spine too. What I want you to do is take your left hand and place it right under your chest, right in the middle there. And I want you to drop back to your heels into a child's pose. But your elbow is right inside your left leg. Your left elbow is right inside your left leg. I want you to take your right hand and put it on the small of your back. And here we're going to open up our torso to the right side. So open up. Forget about that shoulder moving. You were back to thinking of that rib cage. That left rib cage is coming over to the right side. That looks great, guys. And then bring it down. Take a breath. Take a nice inhale here. And exhale as you rotate. Rotate, rotate, rotate. And bring it back. Let's come up. And we're going to rotate the other way. You can stay on the same side. I'm going to reposition myself. And you're going to bring your hand right under the center of your body. Drop back into child's pose. The left arm goes on the small of your back. And then we're going to open up that right rib cage towards the left. Open it up. Open it up. If you guys are golfers, any golfers out there, you need this. Rotate, rotate. So basically, you're keeping your hips in a locked position. And you're rotating your thoracic spine. And that's the job of your thoracic spine, your mid-back. Open it up one more time. Its main movement is rotation. All right. Come back up. And what we're going to do here is we're going to go back into a quadruped position. So hands and knees. Remember, we're in tabletop here. We want a sturdy table. So these are your arms, your legs of your table. Get them right there squared off. From here, I want you to take your left foot and extend it back behind you. Take your right arm and extend it out. Now, lift your leg off the floor. Reach your arm as far from your leg as you can and keep your hips level. Pretend like you've got a glass of wine or iced tea or something right here on the small of your back. You don't want to spill it, okay? Keep it level. Keep that left hip dialed down. Don't let it swing up. And bring it in. All right, now we're just going to move the leg, okay? And we're going to get some nice work up through our side bodies. So take your left leg and put it behind you. And curl your toes because I'm going to move up a little. Curl your toes because we're going to rock back through that foot and get some movement in our ankles. You have to have movement in your ankles. If you've got stiff ankles or have had an ankle that's been severely injured, focus on how to get movement back in your ankle. It can jam up your hip, it can jam up your low back, it can cause neck and shoulder pain. We have to have mobility throughout our whole body. All right, so we rock that. What I want you to do is lift that left foot up off the floor, take it back behind the right leg, and then take a peek over your right shoulder and find that foot. Find that foot. So we're getting a nice long stretch through our left side body, but we're doing that because we're contracting and squeezing the right side together. So I want you to put your mind in the right side of the body that's coming together and squeeze that right side of the body to open up that left side. So we're rocking back and forth. We're peeking over our shoulder to that foot. And let's bring it back to center. Go ahead and sit up, shake your wrists out if you have to, move them around. Let's go back and do the other side. So this time, what we're going to do is we're going to take our right leg back, our left arm out, And now we're going to lift that right leg up. We're going to keep our hips level. And we're going to reach, reach, reach as far as we can. Now, don't sink down in. Keep strong. Nice, strong table. Nice, strong table. Nice, strong reach. Reach, reach, reach. Now, bring that hand in. Keep that right leg long. Take that right leg across your left leg. Got some props over here. And I want you to rock back and forth into that right foot. But think about squeezing together the left side of the body. That is what is releasing the right side, because you have power to move the left side of your body into a shortened position. The right side of your body can lengthen. So keep rocking. And one side, once again, might be tighter than the other. That's okay. All right. So now we're going to work those hips a little more. And what you're going to do is you're going to take your let's take your left foot. Let me move my props here. I'm sorry. Okay. So listen carefully. You might want to watch this first. Take your left leg and turn it out so your foot's turning out. Then I want you to bring your knee up off the floor and put your foot on the floor. So you'll turn your foot till it's flat on the floor. Now I want you to sit back into a child's pose. And then I want you to come up, put that knee back where it was, put your foot back where it was. We're going to stay on the same side. We'll do this again. Take your left foot, swing it out from your body. Your knee stays in place. Lift your knee up off the floor. Let it come around. Flatten your left foot to the floor. Then sit back toward your heels. Sit back. And bring it in. Drop the knee to the floor. And bring it back to where you started. We're going to do the other side. I'm going to turn around so you can see it. So we're in tabletop position. We've got our toes curled under. What I want you to do is take your right toes now away from your body. Plant them on the floor. Bring your knee up off the floor. Flatten your foot to the floor. Now, push back toward your heels. This gets a lot of muscles working. And come up. Drop that knee back into your starting position. Bring your foot back. So here, by taking your foot out, we're rotating the hip internally. Now we're bringing the knee up off the floor. We're getting external rotation in that hip. We're flattening the foot to the floor, and we're getting a little flexion in that hip in an external rotation. Nice. And bring it back and take it down. Okay, let's go on our backs. If you have a little towel or a yoga strap, that would be great. I didn't start this class by telling you what to get, but yoga block is good, a little pillow for your head. So if you need to pause this, go get those items, and please come back. But we're going to go to our back, and we're going to work external rotation of that hip again. So you might have often seen this pose. And what we're going to do is we're going to take our left foot and place it on our right knee. Or so my ankle's right at my right knee. Now, what we want to see if we can get this leg to open out like that. But we don't want to push it out, because we're just yanking on the protective tightness here. We're going to make the muscles in charge of opening up that hip open up. So we're going to do that by looping this towel through our legs. And if you don't have a towel, you can just place your hand behind your leg and push into your hand. But if you have a towel, let's do it that way, or a yoga strap. So you just want something that's going to give you resistance as you do this. So now I've got my knee opened up as comfortable as it'll go. I'm going to hold on to this towel, and I'm going to push my knee into the towel. So I'm squeezing back here. I'm squeezing back here. Pushing it open, pushing it open, pushing it open. And then release. Let's do that on this side one more time. Kind of put your mind back here. Squeeze your glute area.
push that leg open. See how I'm moving my leg just by squeezing. Push it, push it, push it into the towel and open it up that way. That way, the inside tightness of your leg will let go because it knows those external rotators are working. So remember, anytime you have tightness in your body, that's your body protecting you. It's keeping you in a safe range until these muscles we're activating get turned on and start working. So we're switching legs and loop the towel through. Oh. All right, so go ahead and push that knee away from your body. You might notice one side's tighter than the other or harder to open up. But remember, we're keeping our mind in that back glute area, back side of your rear, out to the side of your hip, and release. So go ahead, one last time. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Open up that back side. Open it up. Open it up. That's where we started. Go ahead and squeeze, 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 and then release. All right, we pretty much worked through your whole body today. Go ahead and have a seat. I encourage you to rewind this and find moves that feel good to you, that your body needs, and start using them every day. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.